You're listening to Qwerpline here on QWRP-FM. Qwerpline this week is brought to you by the Unmaterial Druid Fluid, a forest-fresh mixture of hemlock and elderberry, perfect as a starter for your own homemade fermented beverages. The Unmaterial Druid Fluid. It's best when you brew it.
Good morning, Nsburg! It's Big G Money here with A Train. How's it going, Alex?
Really sore. I tried yoga last night and I'm kind of wishing I'd namaste'd at home.
Do you prefer doing it on your own? The groups make you nervous?
Yeah.
Do you think you'll go back?
Might be a bit of a stretch.
Fair enough. Well, hopefully it's not a stretch that you at home are having a great day in scenic Nsburg. Things look different here.
What things?
Dinner rolls, sheep, and the color chartreuse. It's slightly paler.
Then where?
I'm just reading the branding guidelines Nsburg Tourism sent over. Who knows what they're smoking down there? And now the news! Nsburg Community Theater is holding open auditions for the role of the turkey in their Thanksgiving production of Equus But With Turkeys.
Ooh, does it still have the...
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so it's not for children then.
No, it's all ages.
It shouldn't be.
And in Harvest Festival news, the arranged marriage between Nsburg's Harvest Queen Agatha and Chuffield Pumpkin Duke Steve II will be held this weekend at the politically unaffiliated Shaughnessy Mudflats go-kart circuit out on Highway 3.
I'm worried that this union is going to upset the balance of Harvest Festival power.
You're not the only one. While Julesburg's young Harvest Princess Emma still sits on the straw throne, making her the most powerful autumnal regent in Thurston County, local royal watchers are speculating Heathston's Fall Princess Arafira and Lesser Miami's Gourd King Doug will be the next two seasonal monarchs to unite their houses and their military power.
I can't believe all these people are wasting their time jostling for power when winter is coming. I'm boycotting this on principle.
There'll be free Nsbury cider.
Duty calls as the aldersman.
And of course, we're all hoping for good weather for the wedding. And to tell us if there will be any rains or not is Sadie Casperson. How's it going, Sadie?
Oh, well, I'm doing just peachy, thank you, Graham.
Good to hear it.
How was India?
Oh, Alex, it was wonderful, but it was just hot as the devil's front teat.
Front teat?
Oh, yes, we spent 6 weeks RVing through the Indian subcontinent, and it was a real treat, beautiful scenery, but the food was just not great the whole time.
Did you try any local cuisine?
Oh, goodness, no, Alex. It would have upset my stomach. I couldn't even get a hamburger, Alex.
They don't eat a lot of beef in India, Sadie.
Oh, it's a big problem for Lenny, though. It's all he likes to eat. By the end of it, he was thin as a rake and living off mango lassies. Praise Jesus, though. He looks great in his swimsuit now.
That's great, Sadie.
Weather?
That one.
Oh, I already told you. It was as hot as the devil's front teat. Maybe even his back teat.
Casey, now I have more questions.
And one of them is, what's the weather like here?
Oh, well, Alex, this week it's going to be as moist as Lenny's thighs after we took that dip in the Ganges. Monday, rainy. Tuesday, rainy. Wednesday, rainy. Thursday, rainy. Friday, rainy. You know what's happening on Saturday?
Rainy?
Rainy.
No, it's going to be gorgeous for the wedding. Jesus loves a wedding.
Oh, that'll be nice.
Sunday, rainy. Next Monday, rainy. Next Tuesday,
Okay,
rainy.
we don't need the 14-day there, Sadie. Thank you, though.
It is consistent, isn't it?
Well, you heard it here first, everybody. Get your umbrellas.
Or you'll end up wet as Lenny's armpits did after we saw that tea farm in Assam.
Thank you, Sadie.
Jesus be with you. Or as they say in India, Jesus be with you, but in one of their local languages.
Well, I don't know if he is with us, but someone sure is. Joining us now on the phone is Rosemary Saltsmith, curator of the Nsburg History Museum.
Hello.
You're going to tell us about the current rotating exhibit at the museum.
Oh, we've got a very interesting exhibit coming up. It's a collection of historical dictionaries and thesauri from Nsburg's past.
Oh, okay.
Neat.
I can hear the disappointment in your young voices, but I'll have you know, dictionaries and thesauri are extremely interesting. They give us a window into how our language has evolved over the years, and what words are in and out of style, and many of them are filled with utterly filthy slang. There's actually several dictionaries just full of filthy words, and there's an entire thesaurus just for words about genitals.
Really?
Well, you got to get people into the History Museum somehow. And you know what sells? 80 words for cock.
Oh!
So few?
It's from 800 BC, Alex. They only inscribed the best ones into those clay tablets.
I will take your word for it.
There's so much to see at this exhibit. There's a dictionary of sex acts. There's a titty thesaurus. There's another dictionary that doesn't have any words, just lewd pictures drawn by inmates in Nsburg prison in the 1890s.
So are all the dictionaries dirty?
Well, let me see. If you include the Codex Vaginismus, yes. But in the past's defense, there wasn't as much to do back then, so you really did have to make your own fun.
Is any part of this exhibit appropriate for children under the age of 18?
Oh, of course, Alex, we have a medical dictionary written by Nsburg's very first doctor, Quinlan P. Jumble. Unfortunately, with historical hindsight being 2020, Jumble wasn't actually a very good doctor, so I wouldn't trust any of those diagrams unless you do think you might have 8 appendixes. And if you do, please come on down to the museum so we can get some X-rays.
Sorry, what?
We've had a vintage X-ray machine in storage for 40 years, and I really want to see if it still works. Oh, we're also unveiling the Nsburg Centennial Dictionary, which was written for the 1876 centennial, but it never made it out of Nsburg until this year.
So it was just rediscovered this year?
Oh, no. It's just been held up in Nsburg Dictionary Committee arguments until now. They were very concerned about the definition of swoop steak.
The committee's been working on the dictionary since the centennial?
There was a big push to get it out for the 67 centennial. But, well, you know committees.
Well, that sounds great, Rosemary.
Oh, no. I haven't told you about the best part. We have a particularly racist dictionary from Nsburg's founding fathers. And we're not even going to exhibit it because it's so racist. But we will be just burning it at the end of the exhibit.
That seems unnecessary.
Some things just aren't worth saving, dear.
Like this interview. Rosemary, it's been lovely to talk to you. When can people come down and see all these wonderful reference books?
11 to 1. Weekdays, except Tuesdays and Fridays. Oh, and Wednesday this week, because Lisa has the day off for her birthday.
Happy birthday, Lisa.
And now, speaking of things potentially about to enter a state of combustion, we go to Richter Hammock Slam, live in the QWRP Traffic Quopter, with an Nsburg traffic update. How's it going, Richter?
Low and slow, Graham.
The traffic is low and slow?
Partially traffic, partially me, Graham.
I so look forward to our little guessing games, Richter.
That's right, Alex. Traffic this week is backed up on Route 3 for at least 2 miles. That's all I can tell you today. I'm being weighed down by an excess of cargo.
In the Quopter?
One of them, yes, but most of them hanging below.
Richter, my eye hurts. Can you please just tell me whatever bullshit is happening right now?
Well, Graham, I was going to keep it under wraps until later when we officially launched, but you are my best friend, and therefore, through you, I introduce to everyone in Nsburg their new best friend, one of Richter Hammock Slam's helicopter hounds.
Oh no!
Richter, this sounds distressingly familiar.
As you may know, I came into possession of a number of dogs some time ago. And it's funny that you mentioned distress, as landing a helicopter next to them seemed to cause a lot of it. So I'm now redistributing my wealth to the rest of the town.
Richter, why are you hanging the dogs off the Qwerpline?
Why don't you release them on the floodplain like everybody else does?
To answer your questions in order, because A, there is not enough room in the Qwerpline for the rest of them with the Mastiff, and B, that would be irresponsible, Alex.
Yes, that would be irresponsible. You're right, Richter.
They seem to be loving it, Alex. Let's be honest. If you were a dog hanging your head outside of a window on a drive, wouldn't you rather be all the way outside of the window, floating through the air, the most majestic good boy?
Richter, dogs don't know what flight is.
Neither did I, but now I do, and I have the FAA certificate to prove it.
Dogs don't bark at birds because they're jealous, Richter.
What is your plan? Do you have a plan? What is that plan?
It's the last mile problem, Alex. We already have the ability to go to a breeder directly to get a dog. If you can't do that, maybe a pet store. But what about those of you stuck at home and need a dog? Hammock Slam helicopter hounds are there for you.
That was a sales pitch, not an explanation.
Do you need a West Highland Terrier in a week? Do you need a Dachshund in a day? How about a Maltese Terrier in a minute? Whatever your schedule, I'm there to deliver your dog first time, on time.
Why does it take you a week to deliver a West Island Terrier?
They're very excitable.
Oh, so they don't like being put on a helicopter, is that it?
No, they love that part. They need time to get used to their new surroundings, and they're very accustomed to the helicopter. I find that spending a good amount of time hovering over their new home makes them feel more accepted.
Graham, have you been checking the fuel invoices that Richter's been filing recently? If not, we probably should.
If there's a line item for kibble, we're going to have a problem.
Anyway, I'd love to stay in chat, Graham and Alex, but there is someone gesticulating wildly on 4th, which I believe is the international signal for I need a chow chow right now.
It's not.
Back to you.
Public safety announcement. Reminder, as we say every day, to not wave at the traffic Qwerpline. Not only does it distract Richter, but now you might just end up being responsible for a dog.
I mean, in broad strokes, I wouldn't mind having a dog.
You do not want an angry, windswept Pomeranian airdropped onto you involuntarily.
Oh yeah, not again. Not after Burning Man.
Well, you know what is going to be happening again?
No.
We go now to summer intern Derek, who is over at Bumper Farms for the reopening of the corn maze. Hi, Derek.
Hi, Graham. Hi, Alex. Boy, I love autumn.
Great.
I'm here with His Holiness, Reverend Granton Bumper, and he said he's going to tell us all about the new things he's implementing in this year's corn maze.
That's Reverend there, young child. I may have been excommunicated, but I am still for the community.
Wow, getting excommunicated sounds like a pretty interesting story. Unfortunately, Alex told me I could only talk about the corn maze this week, so we'll have to come back and do another interview another time. Is that okay?
I'll have it put in the schedule.
Whoa, Derek, you listen to me? But never mind that. This excommunication thing sounds kind of newsworthy.
Alex, I can't. You wrote it down on a piece of paper. Only talk about the corn maze. I wanted to talk about those 2 squirrels I saw doing stuff on the side of the road, and you said I couldn't do that either, so now we're only going to do the corn maze.
Good enough.
Oh, don't worry about that. We'll just walk and talk as I lead you through the new and improved corn maze.
Oh, I don't know, Mr. Bumper. I've got a really bad sense of direction, and I'm worried I'm just going to get lost again.
Oh, nothing to worry about. As you can see, much like myself, the corn maze is now on the straight and narrow. It's more of a corn corridor, or what do you hip kids with the science fiction movie call a trench?
Wait, so that's the way out, just down there?
No, that's the way in. I figured I'd bring you into the backside first, just to spice things up a bit and let you have a new experience when you go through as a paying customer.
Oh, so this is a maze you can do from both ends.
Again, maze is such a strong word. I prefer the term cornhole.
Geez, I can see the ticket gate from here already.
Well, yes. partially to give you a signpost should you get confused along the way, and partially to show you just how far you've come on your journey.
Hold on, what's with all the stanchions here?
Oh, well, those are part of the new safety improvements we've added to the corn maze. We're installing a velvet rope so that children don't rush into the corn and get all pokeyed up by the dry leaves. We've also installed a number of rest stops along the way. Should you want, say, a refreshing orange Julius, you may stop by a booth in the side.
That kind of takes away some of the wonder of getting lost.
But it adds a sense of refreshment and fulfillment. It also means people can't sue me for getting lost in the corn maze.
Why is the ground made of plexiglass?
It's Nsburg's take on a infinity pool, but corn only grows in the ground, so now you get to see where it came from.
The ground?
Correct. You're really catching on.
It seems like it would get slick if it started raining.
Well, did you notice the awning?
Oh, neat. It's like the glass roofs of Osaka Station.
I've never been myself, but I was assured from the architect that it was a unique design.
You hired an architect? How much does this place cost?
Well, that's a little secret between myself and my angel investors, but rest assured it will be amortized over the lifetime of this installation.
Wait, last time you ran the corn maze, it was only $5, and that included free popcorn and a trip to the rum tunnels.
Boy, an Orange Julius franchise does cost a pretty penny, and unfortunately our partnership with the run tunnels has fallen through.
So did 2/3 of the people who came to the corn maze.
Well, I do hope that they will return and see the value of this year's installation.
Well, for everyone who does return, how much is it going to cost them?
$45 per adult, $150 for a family of 3.
Huh, $45. How long does it take to run the maze?
It's a brisk 90 seconds start to finish. Faster if you hire a corn Sherpa. Slower if you stop for an Orange Julius.
What on earth is a corn Sherpa?
Look, I cannot get sued again if somebody falls into a tunnel and ends up smelling like rum and fungus.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There's a new Orange Julius opening up in Nsburg, right out in Bumper Farms Cornhole. Back to you, Graham.
Thanks.
He stayed on topic.
He did. That was the best part of today's show.
I feel sick.
Well, luckily, that takes us up to the break. When we come back, the Nsburg Anime Research Undergrad Television Organization, or Naruto.
What, like the fish cakes?
Sure. Are holding a new member drive this Saturday in Presentation Room C of Nsburg Community College with a 24-hour marathon of something called Choboranyopomi Gekiju Dai Nimaku surgical friends. They'll have free Pocky and something they've bolded in my on-air copy as the good ramen. So if you're into anything I just said, now you know about that. Gus, I'll leave the sheet in your cubby. I'm not reading it again.
That show really dropped off in the third core.
And the Nsburg 1986 Christmas Parade is looking for nurses, trained paramedics, and any first aid enthusiasts to help them with their run in next year's Marchness.
Isn't it a little early for that?
They need a lot of help. So if you have any spare electric scooters, Zimmer frames, or any expired prescription painkillers you haven't disposed of yet, please get a hold of them, I guess? Or actually, maybe just don't. Stick around. More Qwerpline after this.
You're listening to Qwerpline here on QWRP-FM. Thanks again to our sponsor, the Unmatured Druid Fluid, a forced fresh mixture of hemlock and elderberry, perfect as a starter for your own homemade fermented beverages. The Unmatured Druid Fluid. The dregs must be eschewed.